What's up, guys? It's Ryan. I'm going to be playing some of my Tier 10 mediums, and specifically it's going to be these three that you see here, the 121, the Object 140, and the Object 430U. If you're wondering why I'm going to be doing live gameplay like this, oh, by the way, that's what I'm going to be doing. And if you're wondering why it's these specific tanks, it's because I like these kinds of tanks a lot. I like low-profile things that can somewhat abuse camo rating, but also have okay armor. Well, the 430U, first of all, I'm going to get this across. I got the 430U out of those three tanks first because it's insane. Like, the fact that it is almost as mobile as, like, a 140 is crazy because it has this upper plate that you just, like, I don't know if any tier 10s besides like a 183 with standard rounds can pen. Like, you need to have premium rounds. I'm pretty sure with even at tier 10 to be able to pen this thing's upper plate. Its turret armor is godly. There are cupolas there that are just straight up not weak spots. Like, on the 140, I believe they're weak spots. On the 121, I'm pretty sure they're weak spots. On this thing, no. This thing has no frontal weak spots except for a lower plate. And the lower plate's pretty bad, but at the same time, it's not the biggest. Especially because this thing is a low-to-the-ground tank, and if you're looking at it head-on, it's pretty much going to be like this in most circumstances. Now, I got the 121 because I do like higher alpha mediums, and that thing both has okay DPM and really good alpha. And also, I would say it's more of a pure medium than the 430U. I feel like the 430U could be a really good brawler if given the right circumstances. Granted, the 121 could be too because it has good turret armor. But this thing overall just... It honestly, if you're in a -1 game, or, well, especially a -2 game, but even a -1 game, you know, you're going up against tier 9 heavies, I think this thing could compete. Because it still has somewhat medium tank DPM, but also manages to get, you know, like this turret that is not at all easy to pen, and an upper plate that's, like, basically better than the Object 277. So, it looks like we have an E50M that's playing quite aggressive on the enemy team. Wow. Whoa, what else is there? Hold on a minute. An Object 260. Okay, and it looks like the FE4 has deleted a tank on the enemy team. Got rid of our bad chat. Poor guy, he's probably pissed. Looks like there's a 183 spot. I'm gonna see if I can get any shots in. That's gonna be tough. Wait. Nice of him to give us the side of his turret right there. Would not have been able to pen if he kept facing it towards me. Unless I wanted to load heat rounds. I'm really tempted to go over there and try and help them, but at the same time, no matter how far back, I feel like if I cross, I could get penned by a Heshbarn. Because this thing still has, you know, medium and rare medium side and rear armor, which is probably good, just because this thing does not, you know, like, it already has good enough hull armor. Alright, nice, just getting some free damage here. That bad chap is probably regretting doing whatever he did to get spotted. I'm assuming he shot. I don't know why he would just get spotted out of the blue. Let's see, hold on. That's a nice one. Now we're gonna immediately pull back so I don't get shot by anything that's firing Hesh. While I think it'd be difficult for a Heshbarn, especially at a distance, to be able to even hit the lower plate, I think it is pennable to 10. Oh, nice. Sent with 2 marks. I got this tank pretty recently. I'm going to try to, like, 2 or 3 mark it eventually when I'm better at the game, but right now I'm just focusing on least getting 1 mark on it. I have about, like, 40 battles, and I'm at, like, 44%. So there's still an Object 260, like, I'm pretty sure playing pretty aggressively. He might just be behind the rock at D1. We have a Heshbarn that's taken some fire, and it looks like the city is, well, not even much of a fight's happening yet. They have a 277 that's not spotted, an IS-7, and a 705A, so all the Russian heavies. And this is like when I start to struggle. Like, good players, I feel like, immediately know, like, okay, this is what I need to do, this is what I'm going to try to do, and hopefully this will change the momentum of the game. I don't entirely know where to go from here. I feel like I could, like, if I wanted to, I could try to proxy spot, like, the 260 by hugging the rock, and see if anyone at mid, or, like, if the TDs could somehow shoot the 260. I don't know if I want to, like, try to scout down the one line and see if I can spot the FE. I spotted the FE4 as I said. Am I gonna spot the? That's weird. Okay, but that's good. Got a little bit of spotting damage, and I'm still on full HP. I don't even know if anything's tried to shoot at me yet. And this is actually so far an okay turnout. The game is moving really slow. Only 4 vehicles in total have been destroyed, and it's been almost 5 minutes already. Wow. I can't... Oh, there's the IS-7. I bounce his upper plate, which is reasonable. Get the spotting for the Bat Chat, because he gets greedy. I'm going to load some heat rounds when trying to trade with this IS-7. I should be able to win this trade, because I've got both better DPM and, in this case, better armor, because the angle that I'm shooting him at. Because he's down on me, his upper plate's not actually good. And I'm going to try to take one more shot, Trex absorb it, which was a dumb thing on my part. At the same time, with spaced side armor, I don't think I'd be able to get the kill unless I hit the little window between the side armor and the tracks. So, looks like the IS-7's gone away, which... Oh, he's dead. Okay, good. I think now it's a matter of a couple things. Making sure that I don't get killed by a Heshbarn. Making sure that that 260 doesn't end up getting the entire one line destroyed. And then I think, you know, it'd be nice to deal with, like... Oh, hold on a minute. That was an important shot to take. Oh, Heshbarn's missed. He's falling back already. I don't know if he would have been able to, like, really reliably hit me there. Like, looks like someone put a shot into him too, which is good. I think I'm going to go back to this spot really quick. And one of the things I notice is that when I get into a spot like this, and it's not just because there's bushes here, but it does help, is that, you know, when nothing is super close to me, I end up actually just not getting spotted. And I'm going to put a shot at the E6 here. Hello? I shouldn't get spotted for that either, because I was behind the bush enough. He's behind his own bush. So, as we gotta say, he shouldn't know that I'm here. He auto-repairs his tracks, and is gonna now compensate for the fact that I was able to hit him by not backing out again. So it looks like, oh, there's an E4 on the one line now. Okay. So there's, again, a couple things I could do here. The E4 is over the ridge. It looks like the 260 is starting to climb up. Maybe not. No, he's just advancing down. So that could be a problem. At the same, the E3 is the only one that's taken any hits over there, it seems. Oh, there's K91. No, he's not the problem right now. The problem is that group of tanks. What I'm afraid of is that either the E6 will light me when I'm trying to get over there, or, you know, just when crossing the ridge, the FE4 yeets and puts a huge old shell into me, making me basically a one-shot. Now, I could just try to go back and trade with those guys, but at the same time, I don't have the gun depression unless I find a really cheeky spot to be hold down, shooting down at targets, because that's one of the few drawbacks about this thing. It only has 5 degrees of gun depression, which it's not a drawback, it's a balancing factor, even though it's still unbalanced. Now, I'd say, oh, well, that helps, okay. Now, I think everything over there is one shot. So, I didn't expect that okay, so that's just scouting for them. Let's see, hold on. Alright, so the Bat Shot should be down to a one-shot for everything over there. The Stritzfang should be able to get them. And the 260, maybe we can get right here. Nope, okay, they got him. Alright, so we won that side. It's down to the 2 unspotted Heshbarns and the stuff at mid and camping in the back. So I think from here what I'm going to do is go to this bush line here. Yep, the bat chat spotted me, so I'm just going to hug this building so that nothing from like over there can shoot me. I know that as soon as he gets unspotted, I should be unspotted as well. So I'm going to peek this. I don't see anything. This is a little bit aggressive, but I'm going to move up. That's the K91. So I'm going to put a shot into him. And then what I'm going to do is hug this, because I know that there's going to be stuff that is looking at me from over there. Now the K91 is down. As you can see, something just tried to take a pot shot at me. I'm going to take the time to get unspotted. I'm going to back up. Reverse with my front armor still showing in case anything does manage to hit me. Obviously, if it's a hash barn that hits me, it's not going to matter. Well, it will matter because it means I might get penned or not. But I'm now trying to think of where the E6 would be. Because here's the thing, I'm assuming. If it's a T95 E6 as a Clan Reward tank, it's a good player. I'm spotted already, even though I haven't done anything. Which means that... Oh, the Yag. Okay. Is he looking my way? Yes. Not anymore. I'm going to load some heat rounds just in case. Even though he's already almost dead anyway. Let's see if I can get the killing blow. I can. That's my first kill of the game. Sorry. What I was saying was... The E6 is going to be a good player because it's a tier 10 Clan Reward tank. And as you can see, he's in Yojo, which for... anyone who is watching this that's not in the NA server, I don't know if it's the same thing on other servers. Yojo's a very good clan here. And, you know, I'm trying to think where would a player like that go, because either he's going to suicide or he's going to try to carry this game. I'm thinking that the FE4s are probably just back at K1, and the bad chat is running around anywhere on 71 hit points. He could clip me out, but it's not going to be hard to get a killing shot of the bad chat because it is bad chat. It's very lightly armored. Now, what I did there, normally I wouldn't do. I don't think I got spotted from that, so I'm going to assume that it was the Yag that lit me before. Oh, never mind. I take that back. I take that back. Okay. So, I'm still playing really defensively even though I have over 75% of my hit points. I mean, closer to 90 basically. Because I'm still afraid that, you know, 2 shots from a Hesh Barn, even if they don't pen, are going to do, what, I mean, a combined 1400-ish damage? That's the one thing, is that, like the Type 5, you know, hitting stuff with HE, no matter how well armored it is with a large enough caliber gun, it's just not going to... Oh, okay, so the bad chat's there. That's important. I don't know if that's me that spotted him or someone else. It might be the Stritzvon. So he's probably spotting out for the FE4s. Now, I don't know if I'm going to end up suiciding here or what, but I'm actually going to try to make a real big risk of... If they're back at K1... Okay, I'm spotted anyways, which means that... I'm just going to wiggle my tank. There's the E6. I whiff, but I'm getting spotting damage. And he's dead. And I'm going to take a minute to... Oh, never mind. Hold on. That's a Hesh Barn that just took a pot shot at me. Was it the Hesh Barn that took a pot shot at me? I'm not actually sure. I'm going to advance now because I know that there's one other one. It's the one that was spotted more up ahead. Oh! I'm getting spotting damage for that. Okay, cool. I'm going to load some HE. At this point, I realized I should have loaded HE a little while back. Now that the E6 is dead, I should, you know... Okay, so both FE4s are there. As you can see, the bad chat's now taking pot shots at me. He's got a heat clip loaded. I'm going to make it... Oh, never mind. I'm going to pop up. And looks like I can maybe get a hit just from this angle. Let's see. Oh, can I... I'm gonna die. Okay, so he shot. I'm just gonna... Oh, never mind. Alright, well, either way, that was a really good game. 4460 damage, 4577 spotting. I actually didn't even realize that I had that much spotting damage. Wow. That was actually a great turnout. I didn't expect the game to go that well. And, you know, Fisherman's Bay is a map that I'm often really inconsistent on. And as you can see, a game like that, I'm pretty sure I topped on team. Like, I don't often get a result where I do that much spotting damage. Let's see, did anything else do? Like, you know, again, like, you know, like, this set had a great game. 5A had a pretty good game. Like, I just didn't expect to get almost 4600 spotting. And again, that's just, I played a little bit more aggressive than I would have in like a 1-2-1 because again, this upper plate just makes me feel more confident when I'm trying to make plays. Because especially, you know, if I'm sitting at like a mid-ridge type thing, like the way Fisherman's Bay is set up, where there's a little bit of decline in the ground after it. That means if my lower plate's hidden, things are going to be shooting up at already a pretty extreme angle of 160 millimeters. So it's going to need either high explosive or really, really high penetration runs to do any damage to this. So I'm going to now play a game in the 121, and hopefully this will go even close to as well as the 430U game just did. So we got -2 on Highway. I really don't like Highway as a map. And I think a good amount of people agree with me there. So, let's see. -2, their tier 10 medium is a bat chat, but their tier 10 TD is a 183. And we have a grill. That's not good. You know, I have the grill. I ended up selling it in rage after a game. I don't think it's very good. I think it got nerfed a little bit too hard when they nerfed it. So anyways, I don't know if I was saying this earlier in the 430U game or not, but the difference, I think, you know, the major difference between the 121 and the 430U, I think, is that most people are going to be like, oh, the 430U is just better. And while, yeah, it is, that doesn't, like, the 121 should not get short shrift. I don't think that it should get any discredit just because there's a tank out there that is better than it. What's making me nervous is the fact that they have two M53s, and alright, so I spotted the lightweight. I'm immediately going to back up because I know that Artie's already probably aiming over in this direction, and this, I kind of feel bad I cut off that T69 a little bit. And, like, yeah, like, look, there it is, just already getting absolutely hammered. Like, 359, and it was, what's that, like 6 meters away from my tank? I mean, come on. So anyways, I'm not going to patch up that stun. I don't have too much to shoot at right now, so I feel like I have no reason to. What I'm going to do is try and get myself in a position that my low-ish profile... Oh, okay, that guy just suicided. So there's a bat chat there. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm going to assume he's just chilling there, and that must have been what was shooting at whatever was taking. I thought it was just the Progetto that was shooting. So we're going to hit a nice on the move shot, and hopefully we'll spot the bat chat now that we're close. And we just did. Hopefully we can get some artillery fire on that bat chat because that guy's dangerous. Unless he's going to try and send it out and clip me. At the same time, I have support from the guys over here. So, really, I don't know if the bat chat's willing to take the risk. Already whiffed, unless he was going for the bat chat. In that case. Ooh, okay. Lack of gun depression, a little bit annoying. Better than 2.5 degrees, though. So, the other already whiffed. Oh, wait, there's a third. So, 2 of the 3 Arties have whiffed, which makes me feel a lot better about trying to peek out here. I realized the 183 could be 340. Oh, the 183 is in city. Okay, great. At the same time, 344. That is an exceptionally low roll. Wow. So the bat shot is, I think he's just sending it at me, and I think he now immediately regrets what he's done. Hopefully, all right, we're pissing fire. That time I am going to patch up the stun. Usually I don't do that. Usually I wait until the crew members died. At the same time, like the way that... That could have been like a great game, but just getting clicked was just really, really rough. I mean, I'm the first thing to die. Like, we were pushing up. We have this side won. It's just, you know, oh, I'm top tier. Let the already focus me. Like, let's look at this. Ready? HE. I admit, yeah, the bat hit me twice. That was good job on his part. HE. Heat. HE. And, yeah, that's just, that's how a lot of my games go nowadays. But, you know, what are you gonna do? So I guess I should go to a game in the 140 and then call it for a video. So the 140, I think I struggle with a little bit more. I love, again, like I think I said this at the beginning, I prefer higher alpha tanks. You know, I'm not like going out of my way to get like a Yagi 100 because like, oh, 1050 alpha damage, you know. But I think especially mediums with higher alpha for some reason I really enjoy. I would say probably because, you know, it's a combination of mobility and still having a good punch. I think, you know, from lower tiers, like look at tier 7 for example, when it comes to mediums versus heavies. When it, you know, you're looking at like an IS which has 390, granted that I think that's the highest amount of alpha damage on a tier 7 heavy. But still, the T29 is 320. The Tiger has 240, which is low, but it's still, you know, higher than 140. That's from like a Comet. And even then, like a VK 3001D or 3002D, whichever one's the tier 7, you know, that is like, oh, 220 alpha, I think, with, does it get the 88 millimeter? I believe it gets an 88 millimeter with like 220, and again, like, that's pretty good, but at the same time, it's still not 320, it's still not 390. You get to tier 10, you know, like the 121, oh, it is faster than the 430U, I like that. I mean, it's not by too much, but I think it is noticeable. Got a -2 game, that's great, but at the same time, there's 2 Type 5 heavies. I hate the Type 5 heavy. It's just spamming these pay-to-win rounds, and it takes no skill to play the Type 5 heavy, but at the same time, I get that it is a meme when you're playing it, you know, etc., etc. The point I was making before though was that I like the fact that at tier 10, you know, like some of the best heavy tanks at tier 10 only do 400 damage. The E5 gets kind of shat on now because of how good the Super Conqueror is. The E5 is still a good heavy tank. Why does that T44 have the 122 millimeter? Even I don't want to play the T44 with the 122 millimeter. The DPM is just too shit. No offense to you, guy. But basically, also, I'm not going to go for the hill. Like, this thing is great on the hill, but at the same time, I feel like I'm just going to get rushed by a bunch of tanks. Maybe I can do it. Then again, look at how many are going there. I'm just going to set up to counter this 140 that's going. I'm going to try to get a drive wheel shot in right now. Ready? So I don't get a drive wheel shot because he was angled weird, kind of. But as you can see, like, I didn't want what happened to our mod 1 to happen to me. I feel like, I'm not trying to be mean, it's too important for, like, me and this 277 to, like, basically survive. So I'm going to try to set up now to be in a position to aid whatever side needs aiding. There's a Peugeot 46 there. Let's see if I can just get a little, I'm leading as if I'm firing AP rounds. I'm going to fix that. My bad. I guess playing things like the 121 and the Object 430U make it so that I'm used to having like less than or around 1,000 meter shell velocity, and then this thing's got like over 1,500 or is about 1,500. It's just a completely different type of lead when it comes to the shell. Anyways, so I'm kind of just, it looks like I'm camping right now that I think about it, because I'm just sitting back here as an Object 140. But I also know how dangerous the IS-3A is. I was one of the lucky ones who got one in a loot box. And I know that that thing can be a big problem when it comes to what's taking shots at me. Is it something from the hill? I don't think so. I know how big of a problem the IS-3A can be. Oh, he's sticking out. Okay. And he's down. And I get some spotting for it, which is good. I do want to know where the Spaghetto went, or sorry, Progetto. And I think after that I could probably push up the one line, see if I can get some flanking shots like under that Emil too. I am afraid a little bit of peeking out because, you know, like I don't know if the T-30 is trying to drive all the way down here, down like the 3 line in the water, trying to flank me or what. I also, even if he's not, I just don't want to take 750 damage. You know, that thing has kind of a derpy gun in terms of DPM and accuracy, but like would I have known the Scorpion G is going to be there? No. And I don't get spotted for spotting him? Cool. Okay, I also, like, I'm trying to look around and just keep, like, a situational bearing of what's happening. You know, get my bearings for, like, where the main tanks are. Obviously, the Type 5s are not a concern right now in terms of me directly trying to fight them, but if that 140 was to drive to this side of the hill, I would hopefully want to get a shot into him and even high roll to kill him for 338. So there's the Scorpion again. My gun depression has failed me there. But again, oh, never mind. I did get spotted that time. I'm still trying to figure out where that Progetto is. I don't know if he's just been camping that whole time or not. I think part of me wants to make a beeline across to see, like, what is happening. Everybody's spamming here. I'm going to tell this guy to stop. Stop spamming. Oop. Oh, that didn't come out well. Okay. Either way, I'm here. Scorpion luckily does no damage. I'm going to line myself up with this rock. And this guy's just going to be that one guy that fires APCR. And you're dead anyways. Alright. Looks like I pinged a little bit there. Now, that was not great. I lost like 9,000. Sorry, not 9,000. That's a lot of HP. I lost like 900 hit points doing that because Artie... I don't know why this guy's spamming so much. He's not... Like, the more he does it, I think the more people are not going to want to listen. So, from here, I am concerned about the deal of where that 430 is. I have a good crew on here. I should be able to spot him if he's, like, on the hill. I'm going to try to, like, quickly peek around to see if I can spot the Scorpion. Because that thing has no camo rating whatsoever, and I have some on this thing. I get lit even though I managed to not spot anything, which is not a great result. I mean, it's actually the worst possible scenario of what I'm trying to do. But I think I haven't been on this part of the map in my 140 yet, because I haven't gotten mines too much. But am I hold down right here? Oh, man. Oh, check out this spot. And there's a 120 FT there, as you can see, the fake tank. I'm going to see if I can get some arty fire. And I bounced him. Okay, that's just terrific. And he's giving me a dry bull shot right here. I'm going to dry bull in. He's going to instant repair. I'm going to hit him again. And he's falling back more. He's down half health. The Scorpion seems to have made it to the hill. I'm going to back up. See if I can get a dry wheel shot into him. I don't get the drive wheel. But I am going to farm him in once more. He gets back just in time to avoid another shell from me. Okay. So I was hoping to relight the fake tank by the time I got here. I'm pretty sure he fell back like there, right? Is the Scorpion gonna peek again? Alright, he managed to get our arty, which is not terrific. We're down 5-7. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush this, I'm going to rush the 120. I might have to end up tanking a hit from him. I know that it's probably extremely unnecessary, but the armor on that thing clearly, like, I bounced him once. I'm going to load heat and make sure I don't have to take more than one hit. Hopefully I take none. But the goal is that I can successfully kill this guy and still have some HP left. He's not here. Okay. So from here, there's a couple things that could happen. We're up 8-7 now. I'm afraid because I don't know where the T-30 is. He's been unspotted from that location since like several minutes ago. Ooh, spotted the RD, which is great. I'm gonna get the kill on that, or I can whiff. That's terrific. But I'm not lit for it, so it's good. Get the RD. Takes one clicker out of the game. And this game's still pretty close. Now that the T-30 gets respotted in a completely different area, I'm happy to first of all reload APCR, now that I think about it. And I don't know where the M53 is going to be, but I am going to try to see if I can just do a little drive-by over here, see if I can spot him. And doesn't look like I'm spotted quite yet. I'm going to get this 430. So you're gone. And at this point, it's just using the great rate of fire on this thing to just take out all the targets. Like, these guys are all one-shots. So I'm just going to roll up there myself and just take care of the 140. This is a good game. Not nearly as good as the 430U game, but the 430U I think was a little bit more... Oh, okay. Well, now there's no point of me being up here. I suppose I could spot the RD if I tried. Maybe I'll just try to sit here and snipe him. Let's see. Can my accuracy do it? He's backed up against the rock. There's the tiniest bit of a shot right there. Oh. I got half the spotting. That's good. Yeah. Well, this game's pretty much over. Maybe, no, I can't platoon with these guys for BIA. That's unfortunate. It was a good game, though. Man, this freaking... I guess, what is... My God. I know he's talking about the other 140, but, like, look at this guy. Like, what a dick. Alright, well, that was an okay result. About 3K-ish with 500 to 600-ish assisted. Again, like, that's, like, not, like, an exemplary game whatsoever. But it's like, you know, we won. I did okay. Like, it's not bad. I didn't think I'd come on top, but I wanted to see who did. Bottom tier did a good job. I'm going to see if I can get one more okay 1-2-1 game, because the first one was not okay. And then maybe that'll be it. So as you can see, I played the 140 a lot less aggressively than I did with the 430U or even the 121. Wow, what's with the -2? I mean, I don't mind whatsoever. Anyways. So it looks like there's a lot of heavy tanks here. I think, honestly, I could probably take the 121 either way here. Because, you know, I could go up north if I wanted to, or I could probably go down south, get in a little hole down spot. I could sit back here, as you can see, like, follow my cursor. I could sit back here and always take some pot shots, or here, and then move up if I have to. That's a little bit more conservative. That's, like, something I might do in my 140 instead. And, you know, obviously, everybody has different playstyles for these tanks. Like, you know, there's probably someone watching this being like, what are you thinking? And to those people, you know, I respect whatever you do, too. Like, you know, as long as you don't suicide your tank or, like, team kill other people. Well, if it's justified, it's justified. But basically, you know, the way I see it is to each is their own, as long as there's some kind of contribution. And as you can see, I'm going to try to make a beeline for the south. I know that this thing's hull is better than the 140, but it's still not good. I have a large force coming behind me. I don't know why, or the I-7's catching up a little bit, but yeah, that thing has a better top speed than me, and it has better armor, and better alpha. Anyways, I'm going to peek up right here, just, you know, try to get a shot in. What's nice is that my hull right there, unless someone managed to hit my lower plate, which was pretty small at the time, was on an auto bounce angle. I'm going to hit the defender, and I'm going to use my good speed to get out here before Emil tries to clip me. And so I'm going to come all the way back up here. Does our RI-7 have 3 marks? Oh, he's got 2. Nice job. I'm going to slowly but surely peek up, and I take that back. I'm actually going to engage the tier 8s because T-57s are scary. So it looks like I can probably pen the Emil's... Oh, of course he gives me his hull as soon as... Okay. Looks like the T-95 is not looking at me. I shot the ground. Ignore that. And I'm just going to say right now, like, my turret is definitely in this scenario stronger than his. And obviously heat is a factor. And I feel a little bit like a scumbag for it, but I'm just, you know, trying to get good damage. And... Did he hit my cupola? I'm having trouble telling, but wherever he penned me there, good on him. Looks like we're losing the lower part right there. We have a few dead tanks already. That's... Wow. That's not good. So... From here, the T-95, is he trying to turn for the IS-3? Yes, he is. Okay. I get a shot into him. And hopefully the IS-7, you know what, the T-95 is scared. I'm going to get one more shot in. Can I get a super high roll to kill him? Oh, he's looking at me. Oh, that was almost bad. Okay. The 103 Beast up there, he does get the kill on the IS-3, which is not good. And the Karn bounces. The T-95 is coming, so I'm gonna... Ooh, the 57's here too. Okay, so thanks to the IS-7, I'm able to get out of there. The 57 whiffs the second shot, and I think what I'm gonna do from here is hope that nothing shoots me that's up there. And I'm gonna make a big circle back, and I'm gonna go back to this spot in the back. I'm gonna turn around, and... Our 101p drowned. Okay. Guess it's just one of those days, huh? What I'm gonna do is... Where's the... Oh, the Emil 1 is still alive. There he is. Okay. So, you know, most of the time, with the amount of tanks that are here, just in sheer numbers, I'd run, but... There's a mostly healthy IS-7 here, and he knows what he's doing enough to get 2 marks. Which means I'm confident that he will be able to handle himself if I give enough assistance. I don't know what's happening in the chat. I just noticed that there's some kind of cursing happening. Either way. Let's see if I can get a little quick peek up. There's the Emil. I managed to pen him with AP. Bad roll, but still lower HP. T-95 is... Oh, the Stritzvong's there. I'm going to tell the IS-7 to fall back. So, with that T-95 being there, I can't try and pincer. Which is the problem. And I think he's about to try to start hitting me. I'm going to aim, hit his cupola, and get only a crit. I'm going to try to do it again. And he's firing HE. I thought he penned me. I almost got kind of pissed. My loader's down. I just noticed that. And let's see if the 111 1FG. The Stritzvong gives me a side. That's good. And I think from here I might be able to come up the tiniest bit. The IS-7 got him. Okay, this is turning out to not be a disaster. We're still down, but we're starting to be able to carry our own. And maybe I can kill that AMX. Okay, good. They got the T-95. The SU-101 is dead. I think this AMX thinks I'm not gonna be paying attention to him, but you're dead. So I'm not super worried about the 432 right now, but there's a Pershing there. Stock turret. Okay, I'm not as worried as I was. I might be able to get a kill shot in the LT-432 if I get lucky. This thing is more accurate than the 430U. I just need him to peek up one more time like that. I'll take the chance with the Pershing. Okay, so the ISU is coming. Something just decimated the Pershing. Got the Pershing, and there's a large force of tanks, including a Batchat 25 ton coming. We need, I think more than anything, to take out that scout. So I think from here, this is probably going to end up being a loss. It's just, Like, it's not looking too good, but I'm going to do what I can to hold off. So, let's see, what is that? That is an ISM with stock turret. Okay. So, I know to shoot him in the turret. He's got 1,400 hit points, and he's got the cupola. The 111 1FG takes care of him. There is still a T-57 heavy behind, and I'm going to take a chance in basically just sending it to this rock. I'm now spotted. The ISU is probably going to hit me. I get below a ridge enough so that I'm not worried. That's an Object 430. Now they're 2-capping, which I really don't like. Obviously it's putting the pressure on us to go there, and it's just me and the IS-7. I hate capping. Now the ISU's a one-shot. He ends up shooting HE at our... Interesting. So here's what's going to happen. There's the reset, and I'm going to get the LT as well. There's the LT. Okay, this could end up being something. There's the 57 heavy. I'm going to turn, see if I can get a nice quick little snapshot into him. The ISU is coming. Already hits me, because why not? Oh my god, I don't have the gun depression. At this point, it's just trying to get a farm. I'll let the Batchet ray me too. Get some extra damage. So, again, like, that was not a great result. We lost 15-9, but I did what I could. You know, I still did almost 6,000 damage. Like, I tried my hardest, and it's just, you know, team collapsed around me, and I'm not gonna be like, you know, shit teams. Teams are the only reason I lose. Like, I'm not about that. So, those were some games in my top tier mediums. Good job to this 430. Obviously, he clearly had a good contribution. Got a Lavashos medal and a Top Gun. Let's see what I got. I got High Cal and a Defender medal. So when it comes to situations like that, you know, I could tell that we were starting to lose tanks pretty quickly. It was just a matter of, you know, maybe some of our tanks up north were getting outplayed or what, but I noticed, you know, from the beginning there was already a pretty big difference in terms of how many tanks were alive on each side. So, you know, when I started to see signs of a comeback, I didn't lose hope. I was trying to, you know, still consistently pump shots into different vehicles. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do my best to get the reset, try to use the terrain to my advantage so that things can't shoot my side, and it was working, and even if we lost, I'm not upset with that result. I did fire a good amount of heat rounds, and I used food, so I barely make a profit with premium, and obviously I have the tree thing. By the tree, I mean winter festivities, holiday ops. But that was, you know, that was a better damage game than even the 430U, but at the same time, I didn't get all the spotting damage, so, you know, and we had a team that lost instead of won. But GGD enemy team, that's that. So, I think a game alone like that, like, I'm not a super uni player, you know, I'm not, like, this amazing thing. I would consider myself pretty alright, but I think a game of someone like me playing like that shows that this thing, I totally think, still has potential to be really good if it's played correctly. And obviously, you know, different people are going to see it, see the term correctly in terms of how to play it differently, and that's fine. But, you know, as long as you're getting shots out and you're contributing, I think that's playing it correctly. So I think that's going to be a wrap. You know, I like all of these tanks a lot. I actually think that my favorite out of the three might be the 121. First of all, I think that this camo looks cool. That's a little bit of a bias on my part. You know, it's red and gold swirlies. For some reason, I think that's just cool. But I love the other two. I love the 140 because it's really accurate. You know, great aim time, good gun handling, and it just pumps shots out so quickly. Obviously, the Alpha's not great, but it's got to be best DPM out of these three by a pretty significant margin, because 476 to 677. So that's what, 201 more DPM? Yeah. And that's what I mean. This thing is great. This thing is great because it's just armor, mobility, high alpha gun, just press the W key, you get in the right spot, you're probably gonna smash the other team. This thing, I think, is different in terms of, you can't press the W key because your whole armor's not good. Just straight up. You can side scrape with it, I'm pretty sure. It's got 80 millimeters of side armor, which is, not horrible. It's a really long tank, I noticed, so you're going to be giving a lot of exposure, so you can't over-angle like this. You have to be on a pretty extreme angle. In terms of, like, if a building is going like this, you have to make sure that your hull's not over-angled because there's going to be a lot of tank there. So it could actually probably reverse side scrape okay. Granted, the gun depression in the back's not going to be good because of the dual fuel tanks here. Sorry, I just went on a little bit of a tangent. So either way, I think this thing is still good. I'm glad I got it because I think that, first of all, while the base isn't great, with my crew, which granted it's the Winter Ops crew and then a different commander that's also female, so it's an entirely female crew. It's a pretty new crew. Still have .31 accuracy. Now, I think that for something that is both fast and has high alpha in terms of, like, being a tier 10 medium, that's great. The aim time base is not good. I'm just going to say that now. 2.7 is rough. Like, the 430U has better gun handling in terms of dispersion values and aim time, but it's got horrible base accuracy, but 2.3 aim time is nice. And again, like, look at, like, with the crew and, vert stabs, it's 2.02. It's almost a 2-second aim time for 440 alpha. And again, like, the friggin' 140 because it's got lower DP, sorry, not lower DPM, lower alpha gun, 1.8 aim time, and same accuracy with similar crew as the 121. I just, these all have different roles. I think if they're at all similar, I'd say the 62A, which I don't have, I'm grinding the T54 for it now, is similar to the 430U in terms of they're both brawlers. But, again, the T62A just doesn't have good hull armor. So, I think that's a wrap. I'm just going to say now, like, obviously the 430U, I'm going to say it flat out, is a better tank than the 121, but I personally like the 121 more, and I think that this thing should not get anything short of what it deserves for credit as being an okay tank. So, yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please leave a thumbs up or maybe even subscribe. If you want to comment on, like, like how did this go? Was I talking too much? Probably. Just leave a comment. I think, doing live gameplay, especially because I'm not like a super uni, was tough, and I ended up getting 2 great games, 1 shitty one and 1 mediocre one. And, it's just going to be like that, but again, I'm happy with the result, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later.